Hi, it's Jez from Nigezza Creates. Thank you for joining me for another Quick Tip Friday. So I'm still working in my altered book, and I'm going to show you how I did my envelope flips. So I've got this one. I have now stuffed the pocket here with just one of the little embellishments from the kit, and then I just put a bit of my antique ledger in there because it's that bluey page, and I thought it went quite nice. And then you take away the paper clip and you've got this flip out there. So I'll show you how I did that one. And then using some of the envelopes from the kit, I created this flip here. I'm not going to do another one of these, but when I do the others it'll be obvious. I'll explain how I did it. So the envelope top is hidden underneath here, so you have to stick it down under to create that flip. But when I did it again, I thought, oh, the envelope is really pretty. What a shame to hide it. So when I did it on this one with the flip out there, all I've done is I've just put tea dyed paper in there, doubled over for journaling on. Yeah, and I just thought, so instead of gluing it underneath the sheet, I just thought, well, it's so pretty, let's see it. So, and I've just made a little tuck spot there that can journal on. The back there's another bit of antique ledger, because there's lots of ledger in this kit, so I thought it went nice. Another little bit of one of the elements from the kit. And yeah, so I'll show you how I did them. So I've got, oh, and this is the other one. So this is the other style envelope. This was one of the freebies that went with this kit. So it's a different shape envelope, and I've just add a long piece, and I thought, oh, we'll put that in there. That'll be quite nice. And I chose the papers on the page to match with the envelope. It's the same, just a bit shrunk down. And so then we've got a pocket there, and again I just put a little bit so we can journal in there, and that go in there quite nicely. So I'll show you how I did those. So I've got the pages ready. Here we are. Here we are. So this is, let's move that out of the way actually, so you can actually see what I'm doing. So this is the envelope. So I used a ruler, and so I've cut it out and I've inked it up. So I'm just putting my ruler on the edge of the envelope, and then with my bone folder I can fold that up and give it a crease. And so I've just backed this with one of the background sheets from the kit as well. Fold that up, and then I'm going along the top, I'm going just the other side, so that can fold up like so, and the same on the other side. So you want to go, you don't want to go straight on where these edges are, just want to go up a little bit so it's got room to fold down. So that's the envelope. So it's either that way, or I suppose you could do it that way, but I think it's probably that way is the better way. But that's not how we're going to stick it down. So we are going to stick it down on here. Is that what I was doing? I think I was leaving this. I hadn't quite decided where it were going, so I kind of left these two because I hadn't made my mind up. So one's gonna think we're going to do it like that. So we've got a pocket there. I think that goes nice with that blue page there. And then we've got that on that side to flip out with a bit of journaling. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to do. So we need to put some tea dyed paper on there. I thought I'd got it ready, but I haven't. Right, I'm just going to get me tea dyed paper ready. Okay, so I've got them ready, and we just want to do a little bit of inking on this envelope. Most of it was inked, but now we need to go around those folds that we put in and around these sides, and we'll go along there. Okay, so if we were doing this so that you didn't see the flap, then you would glue this down underneath this page here. And the way I did it was I glued to the back of this sheet. I cut it down actually, glued it to the back of the sheet. It was a fancier envelope, and then I stuck it down and had me a flip. But we want to do it so that it's stuck there for a nice pocket. And actually what I might do is do that way, so we've got a pocket coming down the top as opposed to sideways. I think that will be a bit different. Yeah, I think we might do it that way. And then you've got all this you know, for journaling. Or I could make it smaller, so it's just a little side tuck, and then you've got a bit more of that. And I could just glue it down that way. So that's a different way of doing it. So you can either glue it so you've got a pocket, or glue it that way so you've got a tuck. I think we might go for a tuck actually. So let's get these stuck down. Got a bit of glue on my hands doing that. Right, rub you down. I haven't trimmed you down yet, but that one is going in there. So if I'm going to do a little tuck, I might make this a bit smaller. I'm going to take a little bit off this envelope because I think it's a little bit too long now. Making it up as I go along. That's how I roll. There we go. So I'm going to glue that down on there. Yeah. So going up the side here. Up the side here. So that's the envelope shut, and that will have a bit of journaling in. And then I want this to go on here, and I want to glue that page down first. And I may go back afterwards as a little finishing flare and do some stenciling on this page. So that's that done. So now I want to stick that down as a wee tuck. So I'm going to glue along this edge. I'm going to do about 1/4 inch of glue to create that tuck spot. So we'll go in the centre. And glue that there. Sometimes you get a little bit of oozing, but I don't seem to have there. And now we've got a nice tuck there. I'll just give that a minute to dry. I'm just gonna stick this one down. So I just got the diagonal pockets to show you, which I'll do in another video. And that's them. That's all my variety done. I may add a belly band somewhere because I haven't done any pockets yet. So that'll be another video. We've got the built-in pockets to show you, and then the pockets that I'm going to add. There we are. So that's that page. And then I did cut some tags. Yeah, I cut some tags up. There's a nice big journaling card, so that could maybe go in there, or I could do a tag that actually matches the page. So that's an idea there for that tuck spot. So, and then on the other side we've got our little flip, and then that's going to get stuck there, like how that's looking. Right, you're in there doing not very much. So now let me show you this envelope. So I have stuck that one in ready. Let me just put that to one side. I'll show you how we put this envelope together. So very much like the other one, we're going to put our ruler there along the edge of the envelope so we can fold up our sides, fold them in. And then we'll go just down below where that fold is. Fold this up to fold over. And then the same there. Fold this up to fold over. So now we just need to ink where those folds are. And we're going to stick this down. I want to ink on these edges because they're seen, and we'll ink along there. So we just want a bit of glue like so. And yes, that's upside down, but it's actually going to be sideways. So that's the right way up. That's a bit side, but actually that bit looks okay. It's only this is a bit funny, but I could stick something over that so it would look fine. So that's going on here. I haven't stuck that down for some reason. So that was my idea, that those two are going down like that. That's a check from my collection that I scanned, and I've done it in a couple of different colours. That may have been released now as a little kit. It may not have. So that sort of matches there, quite like that. And I could do, so previously I glued along these three sides to create a pocket, but I might just, like I've just done, is just create that as a tuck. So we need to stick this down. And I say, if I was doing it the way I did the other one, it would be stuck underneath, which is your alternative. But I thought they're so pretty, let's have them as a nice, pretty pocket or tuck. And this is where I've tea dyed, and I fold the paper over, so you get these different effects. I haven't done that for ages. The last lot I just did. I didn't do it that way. So let's stick this one down. I just did them plain. I think when they're folded over like that, it works well when you're sticking it down, but not as a journaling page, because the creases are actually quite deep, and so for a plain journaling page, they do want to fold. And you can still journal on top of that, it's quite light enough. So this is now gonna go on there, and that's gonna be a flip. So what was plain has now got a bit of flower. So I want to go down this bit here, again about 1/4 of an inch, so it's got a good strong hold, ready for the, to be a tuck spot. So put that up there and then fold it over. Like so. There we go. That's that tuck done. And then the other tuck is the one that I made with tea dyed paper. Yeah, I think this is where we're going to do it. Yeah, because it goes over the page. I don't mind having a little bit of a pocket there and a flip there. So we're going to do it here. So I'll get that ready. Right, so what I've been doing is trying to find an image that I want to use, because on the other one I used the image of that beautiful young woman, and there's only one image in it that looks like that. So I thought, oh, let's go elsewhere. So I got out an Edith Holden, and there's these birds, and I thought that would look really good with, because there's a bird there, and it's got yellows and blues in it. So I think I'm going to use those, and I'm going to use the size of how I cut this to determine the size of my flip. On this one, the folded out flip is the width of a standard sheet, and then cut, I think it's 5 inches. It was just a scrap I had lying on my desk. That's how I made it. So the size is arbitrary, really. It's whatever it needs to be. So I'm gonna sort of isolate this bird image, and so we want to go down there. Across there, and put you back, you preciousness. Won't be wasting you. I have a drawer below my desk, and I have books that I often use in it, so they're just handy. And I have an Edith Holden in there that I'm slowly going through. So yeah, so I just wanted to show you that you can kind of do this any size you want. There we go. I've actually got a right angled ruler thing, but it's fairly new and I forget I've got it. So I keep those strips, they're useful. So like in that, we'll give you a little ink dink around, and then we can now, so now I'm showing you how you can do it to be a different shape. And of course this will mean that the overlap thing on the other page is going to be a different size, but I think instead of making it a pocket like before, I'm going to make it a tuck, so actually it'll work fine. So that is our little image. I'll probably put a word or something on it. Those will be in the little finishing touches. So now I'm going to bring in this, and actually if I'm going to stick that on there and that on there, I'm not going to have much of an overlap, so I think we're going to go this way. We're going to go this way with it. So it's just a random bit of paper is what we're using, and a random size. I'm going to use my trimmer, so we've got a little bit cleaner for it. So putting this on there, as you can see, no measuring. I know lots of people like the no measuring approach, so it is actually going to be about 3 inches. Seems to be the way we want. Yep. So don't want to get rid of my trimmer, and we want to fold it about there. Yep, that fits on nicely. So that's it folded, and then we're going to fold it back. This is going to be too long, but I'm folding it back on there. I'll put my glasses down. Yeah, fold it back on there. So that's all you want. Tri-fold, and I'm going to cut that down. Yeah, I could use a bit of that. So if I've used a bit of that to make the tuck a bit more, although I'm not sure actually that is going to go with the other side, I might choose something different. So I'm just going to cut that off about 1.5 inches, I think I'm going there. That'll be the bit on the other side. There we go. So you can make this any size, and you can see my original one was a different size. So what's going to happen with this, if I bring my book back, is that's going to be on that side as a tuck. So something, let's grab something. I add a tag, there we go. Ooh, loads of things just fall on the floor. So that could hold that in. That will be cool. And then on this side, we're going to have this little flippy with the birds on. I might move it a bit, put it a bit off centre there. So I think that goes really well. And then it flips out to right on there, and it flips that way to right on there. So you're introducing some extra journaling to the page, and we've got all that journaling page there. So that's what we're doing with that. There's a bit of me now thinking, because that's quite plain. I did do it on a plate, yeah, and then we'll just stamp like we did before. Yeah, so that's it. I've made my decision. That's what's happening. So I'm going to round the corners. It's another decision I've made. Round these corners, I think that makes them look nice. And then we'll round that one as well for the tuck. Yeah, like that. And then of course it has to now all be inked round. If you're not an inker, you don't have to do this, but I am. There we are. So that's that all done. So I'm just gonna glue this in place. Yeah. Now on the other one, I just simply stamped something on there to make it match, but I think I might put some of the pattern paper on it. Not sure what's going in there yet, so I think maybe a pretty bit of, I've got a few scraps. Let's have a look and see if I've got something that I want to go. Now that's too matchy, I think. That's too thin. I didn't keep many scraps because I was like determined to not accumulate too much. What about something like that? Or maybe that. Maybe that actually. There we go. We'll take that, I think. So yeah, we'll have that bit. So let's just rip that down there. Maybe a little bit less. Let's go on the edge. I'll go on the edge of that one. So that will go on there. I think we'll take a bit off there. Put it in there. And we'll take you down there. Go on there. I'm going to use a tiny corner rounder. Completely miscut that. Just going to cut up this edge a little bit because it's not quite square, and that's why we didn't get too good a corner there. So we just snip down there. That'll do. Let's see what this is looking like. So we put that on there. Yeah, I think that's quite nice and neutral. Come down a little bit, because if I'm going to pop a tag in, let's just grab something. Yeah, something like that maybe. I might use a document, but I'm liking that. So go for a quick decision on this. Right, so that's about where I want it. So I'm going to glue probably about a third of the way along here, because I want it to hold it firm in place, because there's going to be no gluing on this side. So I'm going to put glue all the way along here, about to there. So where do I want it? On this side. Oh, string of me glue. About there. About there. So let's make sure that's right on the edge of the page. And then we'll glue it down there. So that will hold something in there. I'm not going to push it too far because the glue won't yet be dry. And then we've got a flip on this side, and I'll do some stamping, but I'm going to do that separately. I'm going to do sort of stamping and stenciling on pages, sort of a separate sort of quick tip, I think. So we'll stick a little paper clip on there, and that's that. So that's my quick tip, although this has probably been quite some time. So we've got that sort of flip, we've got this flip with the tuck, and you can see that you can either have a tuck or you can make it a pocket, like that one's a proper pocket, but the other one is a tuck. Okay, hope they were useful. I think with altered books, you know, it's harder, I think, to add flips and things in a sense that they don't come naturally, because it's not like a sewn in signature where you can add smaller pages and have that variation of sizes. So it's nice to, you know, add different things in to give you some interest that you wouldn't otherwise have. Okay, thanks for joining me, and I'll be back very soon with something else. And hope you're enjoying these quick tips on altered books. I'm loving this book, and I'm really enjoying it, and I kind of want to keep it, but I'm not. I'm making this for someone special. Okay, see you again very soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe.